The Plaza de Toros at Tijuana lies quietly in the afternoon sun. 125 miles to the north is metropolitan Los Angeles. To the south is Ensenada, and 900 miles of virtually empty wilderness to conquer before arriving at La Paz. Here at Tijuana, where Sunday afternoon crowds come to witness the moment of truth, modern-day conquistadores prepare their conquest against the rugged obstacles of the lower California peninsula. Their weapons for survival are spare gas, spare tires, extra parts, canned food, and aerial maps. Their metal steeds are in 4 classes: stock cars, dune buggies, 4-wheel drive vehicles, and motorcycles. It is a race, but the course resembles a cowpath designed by the devil himself. One man said, the roads in general are still as they were in the year 1 after the creation of the world. That was written 200 years ago by a Jesuit missionary. Since then, nothing has changed very much on the road to La Paz.
The rulers one Pedro, they thought that there's a road that they forgot. It's been there since the beginning of time. To ride this road, it will take some time. Now you start in a border town, and you're on your way down to a place where you've never been, on a path where only the devil's been. Dirt and dust upon your face, broken bones every place, thirst and hunger in your way, and this is all you can really say. Man didn't build it, man didn't care, nobody thought you would ever reach there.
The sun goes down, and at midnight the ordeal begins. Vehicles in class rotation start at 2-minute intervals. 2-wheel drive passenger cars and trucks, standard 4-wheel drive units and buggies, modified and non-production vehicles of all types, and motorcycles. Acton Miller competed in the famous Mexican road races 15 years ago. Now, with co-pilot Ray Brock, publisher of Hot Rod magazine, he faces a course so difficult that contestants count themselves lucky to just finish. Mary McGee and 2 other women take up the challenge of the road to La Paz. Dick Wilson and Ted Mangles know the Baja Peninsula as well as anyone can know it. George Hurst's much-publicized Baja boot was designed and built for this race. The first 64 miles are deceptively easy. A modern toll road from Tijuana to Ensenada speeds the racers on their way to a finish line where they will wait for dawn and a restart. The easy part is over. From here on, it will be a high-speed contest against fatigue, mechanical breakdowns, and a road that isn't really there at all. At dawn, the people of Ensenada turn out for the restart with expressions of goodwill, but only a slight understanding of what is ahead, for very few Mexicans know that part of their own country which lies forgotten by time to the south. But Tomas Villa Beltran, police comandante of Ensenada, is one who knows the country. A total of 68 vehicles take the green flag, but how many finish? Well, that's another story. Everyone who starts knows that in time, there is a day, a night, and part of another day ahead without any stops except to take on fuel. A guide for a race car may have its humorous aspects, but in this event, it is a wise precaution. For if you get lost, there are no signposts. If you break down, you fix it yourself. And yet, with all the hardships, there are men who will give anything to go racing. Scott Foss and Dave Evans start for La Paz, flat broke. The theory being there's no place to spend it even if you've got it. And if you get to La Paz, you can sell the car. Vic Wilson and Ted Bangles are as well prepared for the race as any team can be, but the unpredictable road to La Paz can change the odds for anyone at any time. Orrin Nordine and Chuck Owen leave nothing to chance. They have installed a safety roll bar system just in case. George Haddock and Jimmy Smith have tough competition. There are 4 other identical buggies entered. Bruce Myers and Wheelo Anderson drive one of them. Surely you've heard of Snoopy and the Red Baron. They're on their way in a Sopwith Camel Porsche. 14 years ago, Bill Stropp prepared cars and rode as co-pilot to Johnny Mance in the last Mexican road race. Now he is co-pilot to Ray Harvick in the first Mexican 1000. The minutes tick away as car after car leaves the line and starts the long grind to La Paz. And soon they are all gone. Ensenada is back to normal. "72 miles south of Ensenada, all vestiges of civilization stop abruptly. The pavement ends, and while the road continues smooth for a distance, the racers begin to eat the dust of Baja, California. And where do all these men come from? The fact that the race is organized in the United States and run in Mexico gives the basic international flavor, but the entries themselves provide the color of many lands. They come from France, Sweden, England, and the United States, Mexico, and the Argentine. They are veterans of international events like the East African Safari, the Peruvian Grand Prix, the International 6-Day Bike Trials, the Mille Miglia, and the Pan American Road Race. And their cars and motorcycles are products of the United States, England, France, Sweden, Spain, Germany, and Japan. Together, they face the hardships of nature. For where the road to La Paz leads, there are no service stations, hotels, or telephones. Nothing but Baja, California, still untouched by man. Pick your road wherever you find it, for that is where the road is. And what is smooth today is rough tomorrow, and impossible the day after. It's a condition which promotes the leisurely way of life. At least one little boy thinks the Americanos are crazy. If not, then why drive from Tijuana to La Paz with a little white dog fastened to the top of the car? And speaking of getting to La Paz, it will not happen for a minute. The road has begun to take its toll. Approaching Santa Ynez, the country takes on a surrealistic look. It is like being on another planet, and the racer must remind himself that he is still only 425 miles south of Los Angeles. Gigantic cactus shaped like green carrots cover the landscape. They are cereal or boojum trees, so rare that they grow in no other place on Earth except for a few square miles in Mexico. Rancho Santa Ynez is a checkpoint and fuel stop on the course. The first vehicle in is a motorcycle ridden by Larry Berquist, who is so far ahead of the field that the officials can't believe it. Cans of gas spotted well ahead of time wait for the contestants who will follow. And then another motorcycle ridden by Malcolm Smith. In any pit stop on a race this long, it is essential to make haste, slowly. The driver must give his muscles a chance